So you want to make good money and make your own schedule and get to work anywhere in the world, get to be creative, get to express yourself how you want, well then maybe being a hairdresser is your path. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, I'm Dee. I am a licensed cosmetologist, a toddler mom, and I'm a content creator. And in this video, I'm going to talk about all the things I wish I would have known before starting cosmetology school, because I swear there's like so much good, so much bad. And I just feel like a lot of people recently have been asking me about joining cosmetology school, and they're not sure if they want to do it. And so I feel like there's so many questions, the same questions too, that people have asked me, that I feel like, what if I just make a video? That way anybody can watch it. Hopefully this helps, whether you're thinking about, there's ants, whether you have no idea anything about hair and you just want to know a little more information, or if you're in cosmetology, this will hopefully help when you get out of school. Also, I'm going to answer like all the basic questions, all the questions that I get asked the most. And I do have my phone because I do have a lot of them written down, so that way I don't sidetrack, because I can do that. Okay, so before we get into the questions, I do want to give y'all my backstory, just so that way y'all can know like how I started hair. Because I swear there's some people that they know what they want to do since they're like young, and they just pursue it, and they just like, they have that plan, and it's like, you know. And then for me, it was like not at all like that. I was that girl in high school that did everybody's hair for band trips, cross country meets, basketball, softball, like all the games, everything trip wise, I did everybody's hair. So I always enjoyed doing hair. I just taught myself how to braid, and I literally did everybody's hair all the time. And so I graduated high school, started my degree to get my associate's degree. And throughout this time, I was still doing hair. Like I would go to people's houses, they would come to mine, they would come to my work, and I would do their hair, just braids. And like, it was just like for fun, right? I wouldn't even charge people because I just enjoyed it that much that I like didn't care to get paid. But I was kind of thinking of like doing, like working at a barbershop like on like the weekends, and just like doing braids only, because I followed a lot of girls on Instagram that did that, and I just thought that would be so fun. And I'm like, that could be like a little extra money, because then I could charge, is what I was thinking, right? And so I asked a few barbershops, they all said no. And so I was like, okay, whatever. I was in the process to transfer to a university to get my my bachelor's degree, because I was about to finish my 2-year degree. And in between that process, I braid her hair, because I was doing hair still. I braid her hair. She was my boss's best friend at the time where I worked. So she came, I braided her hair. She liked it. She came back like the next week. I braided it again. She was actually a licensed cosmetologist, literally owned her salon. I was telling her how I had asked a few salons, well, not salons, but barbershops. I was like, you know, I told her that I was looking for something like for the weekends, and she was like, why don't you start with me? She's like, I got an extra chair. And I was like, oh my god, for real? And so I was like, bet, say less. So I start with her on weekends. I ended up really liking it, because I saw how she did colors, cuts, perms, like she did all the things. Her lady assistant, other worker, whatever, she also did everything, and I was just doing braids only. So I was like, oh, that would be kind of fun to like do it all. Like I was like in that environment, and I kind of like people coming in and out, talking to people, like, you know, all the things. And so instead of going into a university, I decided to start cosmetology school in the fall. And it was a full year. So I went full time, finished the next year, started with her full time, built up my business. She helped me build up my business, thankfully. So I built up my business, was booked and busy. Then my husband gets a job in Colorado. So we leave Texas, go to Colorado. I start working out there. I build up a business there. And then I get pregnant. I'm like, I'm not going to be out here in the mountains without any family, without no help. So we moved back to Texas. I had my baby here. I've been working like off and on. Like I didn't work the first year postpartum, but now that she's been a year, I kind of work like every month, like just a weekend out of the month, just to like still do it, because I love it. But it's a lot, and I want to be there for baby. And so right now I'm not doing it too much, but I am still doing it, and I do love my clients. If you're my client, shout out to you. I have done such pretty hair since I've been back. I'm blessed with all my clients. But anyways, that is my backstory. That's how I started doing hair. So it was never like I thought about it as a career. No, I literally never thought about it as a career, but it just kind of happened. And I'm really glad, because I love this job, and there's just so many pros, so many cons too, though. We're going to talk about all of that. So yeah, that's how I started. Let's get into it. Okay, so first let's decide if this is even something that you would enjoy, because that is key, honestly. Like you can't be like not enjoying it, because I feel like from the outside you see it and you're like, oh my goodness, they get to play with hair, they get to talk to people, like crack jokes all day, like look cute. Like yes, but no, there's so much more that goes into it that like you need to know if you want to go into this career. So do you actually enjoy talking to people? Like, do you actually enjoy it? Do you like talking to all different types of people? That's important, because I think there's people that they like to talk, but then there's people that like don't really like to talk. And I do think that if you can talk to any type of person, this career you're just going to do better because people will come back to you. Yes, because of the hair, but also because of your personality and how you are. So that's really important. Are you willing to keep learning? Because you are always going to be learning. The trends, the techniques, products are always changing. Best hairdressers are always taking classes, watching tutorials, which I feel like nowadays is like impossible to not further your education, because we literally have social media where we can watch things for free, and we can literally watch a tutorial on how to do a pixie cut, a tutorial of how to do curtain bangs. Like, we can literally watch things and literally learn. Hair shows are also key, because if you go to a hair show, they have so many classes there and you just like go to all of them that you want. I love hair shows. I haven't been to one in a minute, but I would like to go again because it's just so fun. So yeah, you do have to be willing to learn, because think about it. Like, let's say the trend right now is the curtain bangs. I mean, if you don't learn how to do curtain bangs, you're going to be turning away so many people. Like, think about it as like everybody you say no to is money you're saying no to. And if you learn how to do them, then think about all the more clients you'll get to do, the more money you get to make. Are you open to learning color theory? If not, it's okay, because you'll learn it over time, but it is very important to know the color wheel, to know like what complements each other, to know what's across from each other, because that's going to cancel out. Very, very important if you want to do colors. Are you prepared for a physically demanding job? This career is hard on the body. You stand for long hours, lift arms all day, you bend, you twist, use your hands constantly. So stretching, wearing supportive shoes, and taking care of your body is not optional. It is part of the job. There's hairdressers that I see like on Facebook groups that will, because people are always asking like, what shoes do y'all recommend? Like, I'm on my feet 10 plus hours, and people are always recommending like good shoes. And there's people on there that will say like, I've been doing hair for 40 years. Wear the comfy shoe. Yes, you want to look cute. You want to be stylish. Nah, wear the comfy shoe. Wear the one with the support, because at the end of the day, that's the more important part. Also, compression socks are very important if you're on your feet all day. That way, like, the blood like doesn't like sit at the bottom of your feet and cause swelling. I learned about compression socks when I was pregnant, so I started wearing them then, and now I'll wear them when I have really long days in the salon, and I will say it makes a difference. Stretching your hands at night. I try to stretch really good when I'm at the gym, but like even sometimes at night, like I'll just like arm circles, you know, just take care of yourself. I always try to do the like in yoga where you cobra, because like I swear when we're doing hair, we're like hunched over and everything's forward, and we're doing a kid's cut, we're doing braids, you know, whatever it is, we're like always forward. And so I think that like I try to stretch out, like, because if not, like I feel like you know. Okay, so if you answered yes to most of these, then hey, shout out to you, because this might be for you. It's creative, rewarding, a lot of fun, but also hard work. So here's the things that I wish I would have known, pretty much the more important questions. Number 1, how long is cosmetology school and what's it actually like? Okay, so depending on your state, it varies from 1,000 hours to 1,500 hours. So usually anywhere from like 9 months to a year. Some programs have part-time, full-time, so you can do it like part-time and it'll take you like 2 years. You know, it just kind of depends on what school you're looking at. Obviously, just call them, look on their website. You can find all their information. Tuition, anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. It's a little bit pricey. I will say, if you can find the cheaper option, pick the cheaper option, because it's really, there's no difference. You think that like, oh, this school is more expensive, it's going to be better. No, you don't learn anything until you get into the salon. School is only to learn how to pass your written test and your practical test. So yeah, it's really, not that serious. Also, school is a little boring. A lot of what you learn is going to be out of textbooks, is going to be on mannequins. Yes, you do clients and you'll learn on clients also. But like I said, school is mainly there. Oh my goodness, there's so many ants. School is mainly there so you can pass those 2 tests. So don't be discouraged if you're like, bro, this is so boring. I do not want to pursue this. No, I swear it gets better once you get out of school. And you also don't just learn hair, you learn skin, nails, body, like waxing, like you learn a lot of stuff. So that's kind of nice too, because if you ever like don't want to do hair, you can do nails or you can do waxing. Like you don't have to do like just one. Like you're technically licensed in all of that, which is nice because, you know, it's good to have options. So question number 2, how do you find the right salon? Do not accept the first salon unless it's really a good fit. I mean, I accepted the first one, but it was a good fit. Don't just go out and accept the first salon though. Go to a few, get your options. Nothing worse than working at a bad salon, because there are so many horror stories that I've heard from hairdressers where they're like, I worked at the salon, it was so toxic, it was this, it was that, it was, you know, and then that makes you not enjoy the job. Like the environment that you're in has so much to do with if you enjoy it, you know, obviously. So yeah, try to be picky with the salons. Look at their culture. Do they offer education? What kind of expectations do they have? You're gonna be at work for long hours. So it's good to know you're going to enjoy it. Okay, so what kind of salons should you work in? Question 3. Okay, so there's not a best option. It just kind of depends on where you are in your career, because I feel that each salon has its pros and cons. So there's commission, there's booth rent, apprenticeships, hourly and commission. Those are the 4 that I know of. There could be more. I don't think there's more. I think that's it. But let's start with commission. So commission is good for those that are starting out, because you kind of do like a 50-50 split or a 60-40 depending on the place. And you pretty much, like, let's say you do a haircut, it's $100. Let's just say that for easy math. You get 50, they get 50, or 60-40. You know, it's just like, it's nice because you pretty much don't have to buy your own product. The product is always there, so you can always use it. And then you just kind of make what you did. So it's kind of nice. So like, let's say 1 week you have no clients. You don't make any money, but you don't lose any money. So it's good for those that are first starting out, that are willing to, like, you obviously still have to go out and get clients, but it's nice because you don't have to have clients for sure, you know? Now, booth rent is completely different. Booth rent, you pretty much want to do booth rent if you have an established clientele, because you are paying for the week, for the month, however they do it, no matter what. So let's say 1 week you don't have any clients, you still pay your booth rent. It does not matter on clients. So that's why it's really good to have an established clientele. The downside to that is you are responsible for everything. You got to buy your own products, supplies, back bar, sometimes towels, sometimes the salon will do towels. It kind of just depends. But if you're not constantly booked, then you can be losing a little bit of money. Okay, apprenticeship. This one's also a really good one if you're fresh out of school, because you work like underneath an experienced stylist, and I'm not sure how they pay. I don't know if it's hourly, commission, tips. I'm not really sure because I've never done that one. But that one's nice because you get to watch an experienced stylist work, and you get to see their technique, and you pretty much do like the shampoo, the blowout. You'll do like the side things that like they don't have time for, or that like they just maybe don't need to do, want to do, whatever. And so that's really good because if you're like a visual learner, you get to literally see them, and then the people will probably like recommend people to you, because after you do it for a little bit, they'll probably trust you to like foil the back, they foil the front, you know, like. So my camera overheated. I think we're good. But yeah, that's a good one for you to get experience and get confidence, because it is kind of hard to like learn at first. Like, it's a lot, like you mess up a lot at first. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like, the first few clients that you do are probably not gonna look that good. You get better with time. So it's kind of nice to get that, because you're under an experienced person, so you get a little bit of confidence. And then a lot of those places do have like level systems. So you start out as an apprentice, and then you can move up to like a junior stylist. You start to get clients, and they kind of have levels, so you can like move up like as you gain experience, which is nice. Okay, and then there's hourly and commission. That's the 4th option. Okay, so this is what I did in Colorado. So you get an hourly commission, or so you get an hourly wage. No matter what, you get your hourly, and then you get your commission depending on how busy you were. So if you're a lot more busier, you get more commission. If you're a lot less busier, then you obviously get less commission. So this one's kind of nice because you get a check no matter what for your hourly. And then depending on how busy you are, you know, then you get more. And you don't have to provide any back bar. They usually have all of that stuff there. You don't have to provide any products. So that's a good option because like you're not putting any money into it. You just like get paid no matter what. Which I will say the commission is less because you are getting hourly. So it kind of like weighs out the pros and cons with that. Okay, so the next most asked question is, how do you build your clientele? Because I think it's kind of one of the harder things. Like, you get out of school and people have to trust you with their hair when you don't really know what you're doing yet. So I will say at first, maybe just start out charging a little bit cheaper. So that way the people that like are willing to pay that price, they're not going to be as picky as like, you know, charging more. That's kind of how I did. I did like literally $10 haircuts like the first few months that I was out of school, and people came to me and I did them and they'd come back to me. Like, it wasn't terrible. And then you got to think like, hey, I'm paying $10. Like, it's fine. This was also a long time ago, so don't charge $10 now. But this is what helped me build my business, because I got booked and busy before a year even hit. I was already fully booked, which is really good. But yeah, let me just tell you kind of the stuff that I did and kind of stuff that you can do that I didn't do, but I feel like times have changed since I started, so I would do them now if I needed to. Okay, number 1, talk to everybody. Like, literally talk to everybody in the grocery store, at restaurants, if you're at the club, if you're at the gym, if you're in an elevator. Like, literally talk to every single person, because everybody has a head of hair on them, right? And so you never know who's looking for a stylist. I've literally gotten girls. I've met them in the club. Literally, I've met people in elevators, literally we started talking about hair. You tell somebody you do hair and they're going to immediately start talking about their hair. I guarantee it, literally. So yeah, talk to everybody. Also, number 2, be active on social media, create a hair page and post constantly. Not just the before and after, show you mixing color, show you setting up your station, filming transition, selfies at work, behind the scenes. People are on their phone all day, every day. So if they see you working and they see you doing your thing, they're gonna be like, I might book with her. And then they start seeing you a little more and a little more, and they're like, okay, I think I'm gonna give her a shot. You know, people will do that. People will give you a shot. Number 3, give them a reason to book, especially when you're new. So like, let's say some easy promotions you could do. Hey, if you book a haircut this month, you get a free conditioning treatment. Hey, if you refer a friend, you get 20 to 50% off the next service. First time client specials. So the goal isn't to discount forever, but it's just to get people in the door, for them to like see how you work. And then half of them are going to come back to you. So we talked about a lot. We covered a lot in this video, from school, what the requirements are, how school is, how the tests are, how finding a salon is, what kind of salons there are, how to build a clientele. We talked about a lot, but if y'all have any follow-up questions, please let me know in the comments, because I can do a follow-up question or a follow-up video of like other questions if I missed anything. But yeah, we're gonna end this video here. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I hope this helps somebody if you're like thinking about school. Hopefully this helps you gives you a better direction as far as like, would I enjoy this, would it be worth it? But let me know. And as always, if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in another one. Bye.